Aloha to everyone! After the party that you saw in the previous video, and hopefully the two songs in the description, it's time to continue our interesting journey with Ogird and Count Odin. That's a lovely village.
Wouldn't be so pale if you ate onions and oil.
Let me first store all of the specific things in the stash, and then we'll go and see Ogird.
Duty calls.
Happiness will come to the
Geezer copper.
Ah, 50% bonus gold. Wow, that's interesting. King of Swineheart's crown.
hair lately. Should have stayed in the forest with my unit. Might at least. Dignity.
You missed a cracking execution. Pyre was built of wet wood, barely smoulded. Witch coughed and howled but wouldn't die. And if that weren't enough, it started pouring rain, and the fire went out.
Oh, bad luck to worse.
Wench's hair was burnt, skin was charred, but she was still breathing.
So, did you finish her off?
No, thought to myself, it's clear the gods want her to suffer. Threw her back in her cell. She died 2 days later.
You'll choke to death on 3 pounds.
Everyone to me! To me! How much for a herring?
Crown apiece.
Huh? I'll wait for it.
Need to chat.
I'm all ears, Witcher.
Vladimir sends his love.
You spoke to him? Impossible.
Did more than that. Fulfilled your wish. And talked to him extensively. Curious what he had to say? Fulfilled your wish. Your dead brother had himself one more day like those of old.
Very easy to say. But have you got any proof?
I do.
Vladimir's hand. It's unmistakable. You've done well, Witcher. Need something else?
Third wish. Time you stated it.
A moment, Geralt. I will see to something. Then we'll chat. You there. Yank the herring out the barrel.
Come on, none of this dallying.
Now, ready to listen? Or do you still not give two shites about what I've got to say?
I'm ready. I'm listening.
Good. You'll return to your lord and tell him as follows. His demand was brazen. Hurt me to the core. For I was brought up to respect the sacred law of hospitality. And I shall not bend to an uncouth boor's dictum. Understood? I will pay him a visit shortly to test his willingness to adapt. So you ride off and announce me. And don't spare your horse. Got it?
Aye, got it.
Give this man a mount and leave him go. Come, Witcher. We must talk outside. The Aetheri believe one should only discuss important matters out of doors, with the gods as witnesses.
Barrel. What was that about?
On the way here, we stopped for nourishment at a tavern belonging to one Lord Dauntless. We enjoyed ourselves as one does at an inn, raucously. Our antics were not to the liking of this Dauntless. Sent a man to warn us that if we were ever to return, we would hang.
You burned the inn down?
I left ample compensation with the innkeep. But it seems the rapscallion neglected to mention this to his lord. But that's of little import. What matters is someone called me a whoreson and threatened to kill me. It was one of those threats that sound like an invitation. I intend to accept it. Return to those parts.
Must have made quite a few enemies along the way. Maybe not today and not tomorrow, but someday, someone will find a way to take you down.
And that should trouble me why? I feel no fear, no regret. The wise men of Oxenford claim there are no gods. After death, there is only the void. I've known this void already. Death holds no surprises.
Fulfilled 2 of your wishes. Time I learned the 3rd.
Confident, aren't you? Proud, sure of your strengths. Fearless.
3rd task, if you don't mind.
Mutations. They stripped you of emotion. Tell me, have you ever loved? I mean, truly loved?
Yeah, I've loved. Can we get to the matter at hand?
Perhaps instead we ought to sit down inside. Have a good chat over some fiery water.
We'll drink once the job's done.
Afraid that's impossible. Succeed and that's the end of me. Fail and you'll not be back.
Third wish. Still waiting to hear it.
Aye, aren't you stubborn? Fine. Listen well. I had a wife once. The day I saw her last, I gave her a rose. A violet one. Bring me that bloom. Wouldn't mind reminding myself what it looks like.
When was that? How long's it been? Flowers wilted and turned to dust by now.
You wished to hear a wish. Now you have. Fulfill it. I ride now to visit this Dauntless, but one of my men will remain here. He'll know how to find me. That is, of course, should you succeed.
Least you could tell me where your wife is.
In my old manor, east of Martin Foy's farmstead. I'd wish you Godspeed, but, well, you understand, I'm sure. Goodbye, Geralt.
Riviera, I presume.
I tell you, I caught an eel. This big, 5 foot long, thick as me arm, and
Every sinner will burn. Not surprising. In wartime, eels grow fat.
Oh, now the estate. Oh boy. Scenes from a match.
Kendrick! 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 You there?
Not so loud.
Ah! God, scared me after.
Not so loud, I said. Fog's not natural. Could be something in there hiding. Foglets or air nymphs, for example. Don't want to attract them. Believe me.
Foglets? Oh, sweet mother, my little, why'd I ever come here?
Good question. What are you doing here?
See, Kendrick and me, we thought Manor's been empty all these years, full of fine things going to rot.
So you're a thief.
Thieves steal from the living. What's the harm taking from the dead? Kendrick went to open the door. I stood watch. Suddenly heard his lamp smash. Then nothing. Quiet. Called out to him, but...
Oh,
What was that?
oh boy.
One of them foglets you spoke of?
No.
Phew. That's the stone off my...
I'll see what that was and look for your partner. You?
Ain't
No,
about to wait around. I'm out of here.
that is bad.
Pretty sprawling, this estate.
That was the caretaker.
How am I gonna find that rose in this fog? Fresh manure. Water's ice cold. Mountain stream cold. Rather worn. Used often. Wonder by who? A grave? Here? What are you doing in a place like this? Best shoe before you get hurt.
Black dog.
Someone's still tending to the flower beds. No violet rose, though. Woods rotted completely. Beehives, well maintained but dormant. No violet rose here. Maybe somewhere out back.
And now a black cat.
I'd scooch along, kitty. This place. What's that? That digging? Prints from cleated boots, leading from the back of the garden. Someone dragged a wounded man through here.
Oh boy.
Graves, unmarked, laid out in rows like garden beds. Hey. Hear me? Another thief. Bodies mutilated. Who are you? Damn. Ugly bastard.
The caretaker. And he can restore his health by consuming those spirits. And Spirit Blizzard is the decision. So he won't wow. Interesting, this patch he's just spawning them again and again. That's ridiculous. Ooh. After I fought the Caretaker for so many times, I know his weakness. Oh, level 37.
What the fuck was that? No eyes or nostrils, deformed organs. Damn thing had no right to be alive.
Well, philosophers do still debate what it means to be alive, exactly.
Normally I'd be shocked, but not after what I just saw. Who are you two?
Clearly not animals. Think of us as friends of the house.
What's with the show? The pretense that you're animals. You couldn't have warned me?
No. We're obliged to maintain discretion.
So why talk to me at all?
Why? Well, we get so few chances to talk to humans, and we're curious to know what brought you.
Gonna need a better answer than that.
Later.
What about this thing? What can you tell me? Friend of yours?
We called him the Caretaker.
Doesn't look like any creature I've ever seen. Where'd it come from?
From very far away. He was summoned to guard Lady Iris and the home. He tended the garden, took care of unwanted guests.
Very far away. Meaning where exactly?
The name of this place would mean naught to you.
You know the master of the house, the owner?
Olgierd von Everec? Yes. We know him, but he left, and his wife became mistress of the house.
Great. So, Lady von Everec home? Could you announce me, say she has a guest?
Why do you wish to see her?
I'm here to get the violet rose Olgierd gave Iris just before he left.
Iris is inside, in the bedchamber upstairs. Take his key. It opens the rear door.
Guess I'll make my own introductions. So, how should I address you?
As you did now. We'd rather keep our names to ourselves.
The Caretaker Spade. A formidable weapon. 10% of the damage dealt returned as vitality. Not bad at all. There are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in philosophy. Bartolomeo dies after trying to contact creatures from another plane and landing in an insane asylum. The Caretaker served with the indifference of a golem and proved as fierce in battle as it was diligent slavers. It felt no pain. In fact, each blow it received seemed to give it strength, as each blow it landed on Geralt with the spade it wielded as a weapon. What is more, the Caretaker was able to summon powerful spirits from the graves it had dug and could heal itself by absorbing them. The Witcher had a hard time evading the devastating strikes of its weapon, and his only chance at eluding the creature came when it would stick its spade in the ground to draw on otherworldly energy in an attempt to petrify its foes with fright. As you can see, I made it look easier, but I remember my first battles with this creature. They were for a very, very long time. Alright.
My house.
Ooh, we have a ghost.
Gotta be careful.
No joke.
What the hell was that?
Harry's sketchbook. Ah, we have a game. The Fury Sword.
You will die.
Someone to stop me.
Hmm.
Happy families are all alike. Every unhappy family is unhappy in its own way.
Wise.
Fire damage. Interesting.
Oh boy. Yeah. This one's tough. Very tough. Good. I'm becoming better and better when I know the enemies. How she restore her life.
What the hell was that?
Oof. Geralt.
Bedchamber. Iris was supposed to be here. Gotta be her. Damn it.
You wish to see her? Here she is.
A man should frame his wishes carefully. It forestalls disappointment.
This some sick joke. Why didn't you tell me she was dead right away?
You didn't ask.
And why hasn't anyone buried her?
We can't. As for the Caretaker, the one you cut down, while still alive, she ordered him to stay away from her for all time.
The deeper I get into this, the more I gotta wonder. Why are you even helping me?
We were summoned to serve Iris von Everec. Our mistress died, but that did not free us from her service.
Got it. You want to leave this place, leave these bodies?
Surprised?
No, not at all. How did she die? Don't see any wounds, evidence of a fight.
Her heart burst.
Meaning what? A heart attack?
No, it simply burst.
Find that hard to believe.
Yet that's precisely what happened. One day Iris locked the front door, lay down here and died. From grief, from loneliness.
Her ghost's restless, angry, attacks intruders. Know why?
Lady von Everec has endured much hardship. She's unaccustomed to guests and not fond of strange folk.
She can't hear us.
Seems I gotta speak to Iris's ghost.
It's no easy task to contact the mistress. Rage and bitterness fill her.
Got my ways. To make contact with Iris, I gotta bury her body. But that Caretaker's macabre little cemetery won't do. Too much blood, too much fear.
She spent much time in the front garden.
Maybe there.
Wait. Take this key. It opens the front door.
Good dog.
Wait, there was a diary. Oh, come on. Alright, just right through here. Here it is.
Healthy couple.
Of Iris and Augiert, a violet ghost. Oh, I feel so sorry about Iris. Anyway, you understand why.
This place seems suitable.
Yes, she loved to paint.
Did Iris von Everec have any last requests? Say how she wanted her remains disposed of?
She feared death, worried none would see to her burial or say a kind word in parting.
Guess I'll be the one to do that. I didn't know Iris von Everec, but the paintings here show amply that she and Olgierd were a loving couple. Iris must have been happy, once. At times, fate muddles our path, and life turns toilsome, hard to bear. Yet all deserve respite and peace in death. I don't know if you want to be buried with a painting of your husband, but you live together, so maybe you want to be with him in death as well. You two, got any last words for your mistress?
We don't partake in human rituals.
Trusting that what you've done is in keeping with your customs.
The remains are interred. Let's summon her. Tormented spirit, I've laid your bones to rest. Forget your wrath, forget your grief. Show yourself. Forgive me for tearing you from your realm. I need to ask you. Should I follow you? All right. What is this place?
The Painted World. The work of Iris von Everec.
How'd you two get in here?
We exist in both worlds at once.
Strange place.
One born of Iris von Everec's dreams.
It existed only in her mind while she lived. In death, it gained substance.
Pretty fantastic tale. Hard as hell to believe.
Yet you'd best believe it, and be on your guard. The Painted World is rife with danger.
All right, this is lovely and all, but where's Iris?
You awoke her but for a moment. If you wish to speak to her, you must tear her from her slumber completely.
Sure, but how?
You're a tracker, right? Saw you examining the tracks outside.
Yeah, so?
This is a world built of memories blurred and wilting. Moments our mistress wishes to forget, but cannot.
You need to find them, restore them, summon the fears that torment Iris, and destroy them.
Easy to say.
All right. Let's begin.
Spectres of Olgid and his wife. But why aren't they moving?
This is a memory.
But it's incomplete, blurred. You must peer closely and restore it.
The spirit from the steppe. Read often, well worn.
Might man yet learn his neck to bend? Ah, behold how that noble race doth year by year its bright right rend, its promised lands fast lay to waste. It's grown cold, brothers spurn, the rich grow fat while poor grow thin. Some hoard bread, others can but yearn, and mass to slay their kin. Tastier now my missive fruit, feed on them, O heartless brutes. This world you have beat with cruel-tipped fangs, your dark crime's venom now through it seeps. Above God's strength, wrath in wild clouds hangs, a cleansing storm soon to unleash. Man, a riddle stuck in sleep, a grub enwrapped in spittle, beneath the tumult of raging skies, waits and grows a little by little, till at last a bright ray it spies, spreads new wings and away it flies. May this thought with men endure, may we ever in heart recall this merry creature winged and pure, and how it started so strange, so small. Whoever seeks for flesh a cure, to skies above doth plead and call, may in this soul our tale hope steer.
Perfect match.
Yeah, no joke.
Pieces of tableware for an afternoon tea or breakfast. Probably not right.
Huh.
Painting palette. Iris was painting the manor. Perfect match.
We should get a dog. Or a dog and a cat. Even better. When the rain comes, the dog will warm my feet and the cat will play with a ball of yarn by the fire. What do you think? Are you even listening?
Apologies, dear. Had my mind on my book.
Is it that terribly absorbing?
Yes, terribly. Know what? Let's go inside.
Why? It's lovely out here. The birds singing, the bees buzzing. Blissful, really.
Sorry, dear. I feel unwell. I'll go in. You stay a while longer.
What is that? Another memory?
No, a nightmare.
A fear embodied, which sooner or later you will have to confront.
Another memory. Tattered decorations for a special occasion. Wine cup, just like the one Olgierd's holding. A wedding veil? Perfect match.
Your health, my dear wife.
And yours, my husband.
In my land, custom calls that newlyweds be greeted with bread and salt. But we're alone for now.
I need none but you. Oh, if only this moment could last forever.
I shall see what I can do. But come in and see our home.
Gladly, but I know this sounds silly, yet the house has sat empty for so long and I'm...
Afraid of spiders? I know. I swept them all up and tossed them in the garden.
My knight, you've seen to everything.
Ah, damn it all.
Yeah, water was just so cool. Alright.
Same figure. Another dream of the past. Bet this one's incomplete too. Just a little different than this. Del Rebello. A Toussaint wine. Expensive.
Alright, let's examine the painting. So, fire burning, 1 to 2 lit candles near all gears. Alright.
These were lit in the painting, but that's not all. Fire was burning in the painting. Still something missing, though. Candles also need lighting. Olgierd's wife liked flowers. Judging by the ornamentation, this might be hers.
My darling, is everything all right? You seem pale, out of sorts. Everything's fine, really. But why don't you tell me how you fare? I'm ever so happy to see you. Except, why didn't Grandmama and Grandpapa come?
It's a long, rugged journey. Muddy.
They still refuse to meet me. Is that it? And what's this?
We've brought some of Iris's things. Her favorite brush, her cherished doll, and this for you.
Banknotes.
We paid off your debts, bought them out, to avoid bringing shame to the family.
So nice of Mama and Papa to remember me.
Olgierd? Now you see his true nature? I warned you before the wedding. A ruffian and a boor who keeps the company of bandits. Are you not afraid to live under one roof with that rabble?
So let's follow him. Not you again. Don't like this place. The bedchamber. Towel stained with blood. Rick's almost gone. Blood stains. Someone washed their hands, then wiped them dry on that towel.
What time is it?
It's late. Sleep.
Up all night in your study again, I see. What have you got on your hands?
Nothing. Got a bit dirty, that's it.
Is that blood? Have you hurt yourself?
Ink stains. I was writing letters. I shall go to Oxenfurt soon. Perhaps you'd come with me.
Oh, that's a marvelous idea. A trip would do us both so much good.
Then it's decided. Now, time for bed. I'm exhausted.
I shan't fall asleep now. It's out of the question. Come, I shall finish your portrait.
Another blurred memory. She painted Olgierd, but the details are off. Living Tableau's missing something. Fresh, as if someone just rinsed it. Goblet, like the one in the painting. Living Tableau's gotta look just like the painting. This goes here. Fits, I think. Maybe on this side. Finally, just like the picture.
Smile a bit wider.
Like this?
You were meant to smile, not bare your teeth. No, still wrong. Smile like you did when Papa agreed we could marry. Please? You're useless. I can tell something's bothering you.
I've a bit of work I should see to.
Again. Olgierd, we agreed not to keep any secrets from one another. We promised.
Forgive me. I don't wish to discuss this.
Olgierd. Olgierd!
What?
Well, how long you gonna make me wait?
Master von Everett's study. Here he immersed himself in the arcane arts.
The gates of mystery between worlds? The library of an occultist.
Of all the beings inhabiting the outer spheres, the spirits of the elementals are the most foreign to human nature. They possess a will of their own and are intelligent, although not in the way of man. For there is no way to fathom their drives and intentions. Genies, the most powerful of the elemental spirits, prove the most difficult for man to commune with. Only the true masters of magic have perfected this art, which demands long years of study and risky experiments. Yet even the most adept at the magic arts cannot tame a genie, merely force it to perform certain acts against its own volition. They say the mage Stamelford once commanded a dhow to move a mountain blocking the view from his tower, but even he could never convince a genie to be a willing helpmate in his work or to give sound advice, for the reasoning of these creatures is beyond human understanding.
Blood pacts, or on foreign presences.
Whosoever summons a visitant into our realm risks much, whether flickering as a spirit in the ether or inhabiting the flesh of a designed host. The visitant shall strive to attain its liberty, and if it does, it shall wreak great havoc. Thus a visitant must be summoned only within a protective circle, which shall bind it as no fetters could. The circle must be complete and eternal, with no ruptures. Its line must be drawn with a steady hand, firmly gripping the chalk. Since a stray step made through carelessness or the visitant's trickery can smudge the line, the circle must be further secured by a barrier in the form of lit candles made of beeswax. A circle thus protected shall stand as a sure and inescapable prison of the visitant.
A tome about parleying with demons. Manor was depressingly gloomy in the winter. Pentagrams here to bind summoned beings. Lines aren't all clear though. Need chalk to fix them, then I can set out the candles. Beeswax candles.
Alright, we need the chalk. Should be somewhere nearby. Aha.
Chalk. Black magic. That should do it. Now for the candles.
So, place candles on the circle surrounding the pentagon.
How about this?
Come back! We must talk!
Go away. I wish to be alone.
Not this time! Come out at once!
Oh dear.
Leave me be. I merely want to work in peace.
Oh Gert, oh Gert. Why don't you tell her?
What other spell must I use, damn it? I've tried them all. I wish to end our pact. I summon thee! Damn it! Fire! In here, quickly! The flames! Douse the flames!
I did not expect that. We must find another way out.
Damn it, smack in the middle of a raging blizzard. Gotta find shelter, get inside. Olgeir didn't let them in. They froze to death.
Oh, you gotta be joking. Where do we shall go? Ah.
Olgeir, Iris, and her father. A marriage contract between Iris and Olgeir.
We, the undersigned Iris, Bowitz, and Olgierd von Everik have agreed to seal our love in a marital contract and to bind ourselves to certain covenants. Let this document stand as an oath before the gods and all that we hold holy, that till death do us part. We shall treat one another with mutual respect and give due hearing to each other's requests and opinions. If separation shall come, we shall each retain our property, both movable and immovable, which we brought into the marriage, and additionally each shall keep any presents given by the other during the duration of the marriage. The income which each receives, each shall spend as he or she sees fit, with all costs related to the maintenance and upkeep of mutual possessions being divided equally between the parties.
So this is when he started smoking. A beer tankard, but there was vodka in it, drained to the last drop. So that's how he whiled away the long winter evenings. A knife covered in blood. Guess Olgeir got the scars on his shoulders that winter. Her father must have been holding the contract.
Furthermore, it is agreed that Iris shall be accorded the respect she is owed, that you shall heed her counsel and requests, and...
Get to the point, Father. My patience runs thin.
Gladly. On Iris's request, I declare this marriage null and void.
You vowed to remain with me till death do us part.
And I've held to my vow. The Olgeir I married is no more.
Breaking a word once given does not come that easy. Believe me. You shall stay here, forever.
Enough! You will not command us. You will...
Father! Father! No!
Servant, take this carcass and feed it to the beasts.
Then von Everett ceased to be human.
Though he still loved his wife.
No, he merely remembered that he should love her.
Let's go upstairs.
It's so gloomy, so sad. I don't know if you feel this. Oh. You can't be joking. The caretaker is here.
Remember, we spent much time together here, the three of us.
In silence.
We'll take our places, the same as then.
You do the rest.
Small bowl. For soup, maybe? A large clay bowl. A platter. Perfect match. Think this was yours. There we go. Do you actually eat from these bowls?
Of course not. I already told you, we're not animals.
But the caretaker would set them out all the same, as ordered.
Another monstrosity. I begged you to stop this. Those two are too many as it is.
The dog and cat keep you company. This one will protect you, care for the house, no matter what happens.
Before, I wished to know what was going on in that head of yours. I thought perhaps I could help. Now, I care not the slightest what you think or how you feel.
I feel nothing.
Just as I no longer know if I still hate you. Go, Olgierd. I want you out of my sight.
Oh.
Olgierd von Everett failed to understand we'd never be able to replace him.
His spectre now casts a shadow over Lady Iris's every remembrance. We're almost at our journey's end.
What's there?
Iris von Everett's greatest fear.
Alright, let's see it.
My dearest wife, letters from Olgierd to Iris, were I only as skilled with words as I am with my blade, especially now, when an icy void grips my heart. I see how you look at me, and I see you wither. I cannot help you, but I believe I can cease harming you. This letter and this rose are my farewell. May you live in health, and remember but the good times, Olgierd.
Olgierd. Again.
That's a dangerous man you've chosen to deal with, Witcher.
Oh.
A Witcher shall soon be buried.
Oh.
You undo the delusion you're completely attached. Live happily ever after.
If I attack the others will awake, and I'll need to fight not only one of guards, but 6 of guards. Which is an interesting challenge, by the way, but still.
As lifeless and boring as a
Alright, let's try. Attack both of them.
You undo the delusion. Live happily ever after.
Whoa! We died. Yeah. So 2 of them are just, yeah. With that special attack, we were just dead. That was brutal. Yep. Definitely brutal. Yeah. And I thought that I may challenge all 6 of them, which is on that march is insane. Indeed. Indeed. Oh yes, I could have used the potion, but
You undo the delusion. Live happily ever after.
potion to heal myself, but ooh. That's just weird. I mean, Ogre has a very strange attack. I cannot
The sky's weak.
I cannot know when he will make his super hard attack.
The sky's weak.
Of course, we rent this much more easier.
That's a dangerous man you've chosen to deal with, Witcher.
And you can see it's much easier. Ooh. Now this one.
As lifeless and boring as a bowl on the roadside. You undo the delusion you'll complete your tasks. Live happily ever after. That's a dangerous man chosen to deal with witches. Should soon be buried. The skies weep. That's a dangerous man chosen to deal with witches. The witcher shall soon be buried. The skies.
I think it's possible to build the 6 ogres, but only with an alchemy fighter build, where you can critical hit him and replenish 25% of your health with each potion that you drink. This.
As lifeless and boring as a
As you can see, then that's much easier. With long range range, doing much more damage.
The witcher should see.
Oh come on, you gotta be joking, I just click out. Oh man, this is ridiculous, just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Ridiculous. No comment. Just no comment. Ah man. Gotta be joking. Gotta be joking. This out just yeah, it's like we don't have the Undying. That was the most ridiculous part of the video. Sorry guys. But really just I clicked out.
You under the delusion you'll complete your tasks. Live happily ever after. As lifeless as a boulder on the roadside.
Not your lucky day.
You under the delusion you'll complete your tasks.
Yeah, just look at it.
Happily ever after.
He's coming. At the left one. And this time the dodge is made.
As lifeless and boring as a boulder on the roadside.
Oh, I almost. Oh, come on, you gotta be joking! Ah, it's becoming more and more disturbing with each kill that he made with this long-range attack. Really? I mean, really? I would die so many times here. Unbelievable, but... Alright, it's fine, it's fine. Let's do it again. Just do it again. Without the undying skill. Yeah, alright. Just do you see the animation? Alright, I'm just trying to dodge him with a rope, but that's too slow. He can just teleport and... Gotta be joking. He just... He just strikes once and just... He almost died. So... well, the video was very good up to this moment. When the Witcher just dies and dies and dies, and if it was in the real life... Oh man. That's just...
You wonder the delusion you'll complete your tasks. Live happily ever after.
Mm-hmm.
The Witcher shall soon be buried. The skies
Oh. Ah, joking.
The Witcher shall soon be buried. The skies
It shouldn't just caught me on while doing rank because I'll be dead. No, that was bad. That was pretty bad.
Goodbye, Geralt. You wonder the delusion you're complete. Live happily ever after.
Oh. You can't approach. No, not the time for rent. Oh man, that's just ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Oh, not the time for rent when he starts his attack, but there's just no chance. If you start rent, wow, I haven't died so much. Unbelievable. It could be from the enemy upscaling. I don't know. Could be. That's why these ogres are very tough. Just one shot you. Huh. Oh boy. Again and again we're doing this.
You under the delusion you'll complete your tasks. Death holds no surprises.
Yeah, here. It's very... I was going to die if this was a special attack, just...
You under the delusion.
No, that was ridiculous. Alright, one less ogre, so this is the second one. Oh yeah, so this one is starting to make an... Thank you. Come here, come here. Yeah.
As lifeless and boring as a
What? A second?
You under the delusion you'll complete your
Well, perhaps Irvin will help me. Because Irvin is making him very slow. Very slow. So my favorite.
as lifeless and boring as a boulder on the roadside.
My favorite skill. Oh. Tough.
You under the delusion you'll complete your tasks. Live happily ever after. That's a dangerous man you've chosen to deal with.
No.
As lifeless and boring as a boulder on the roadside.
What? He's blocking? You gotta be joking.
Goodbye, Geralt. As life.
Oh boy. The last one. Come on.
Goodbye.
Oh yeah. You're just doing what?
You undo the delusion you have completed your tasks. Live happily ever after.
Oh, you gotta be joking. Ah. That's why Irden is the best. 30% so this is 30%. Yeah, this was challenging with this build. But still good.
You're not him.
Oh, no joke.
Wait, I want to talk.
Not here. Not in this place.
Wherever you like, Iris. Oh. How could this be so hard in this version? Strange. Strange.
I'm sorry. I mistook you for another.
For Olgierd?
I thought he'd returned. To me.
What are you? A ghost? An illusion?
I am sadness.
Saw you before, but you weren't yourself. And I saw you again in your memories.
We've met. I don't recall. I had bad dreams. That is all I know.
I've come for the violet rose Olgierd gave you.
On the day we saw one another for the last time, I dried it and placed it in our chamber, at my bedside. I lay there for days, staring at it, until at last it crumbled into dust, as did I soon after.
So, the rose is gone?
Not from this world. Look, you buried my body and the flowers bloomed once more. And I was held in a deep, dark sleep. Only now have I awoken, just like my beautiful rose. When you placed the painting on my grave, I remembered the day of my marriage. Tell me, how is Olgierd? Healthy? Does he fare well?
Your husband's got a powerful enemy. Gaunter O'Dim. Know the name?
I curse the day I first heard it.
Who is he, and how'd he step into your lives?
It's my fault. It was for me Olgierd summoned the Man of Glass. And it was my fault he wished for riches, then immortality for us both. Olgierd will best O'Dim, won't he? Now tell me, how is my husband?
Your husband hunts out ever stronger sensations. He tempts fate, because at heart he's unhappy.
At heart he is stone, so nothing has changed. And did Olgierd mention me? What did he say?
Not much, but I didn't ask about you. He just sent me to retrieve the rose.
The rose? The last I have left of him? His last gift?
Got a feeling the rose is important to you, more than a memento.
I remember so little. Yet when I think of my rose, I begin to recall what was. The world around me turns real, and my eyes open wide and I recognize things. Remember who I am and who I was.
Friend once told me about a case like this. Could be strong emotions that bind you to the rose, feelings we witchers call pins. They're what keeps you in this world.
Like an insect pinned in a collection case. Horrible.
Need to be honest, if I take the rose, you might cease to exist, as might the world you built around you.
And what will happen then? Shall I be free of the suffering, the sadness? Is it the void that awaits?
I don't know.
I don't wish to suffer any longer, but I fear there will be cold and darkness until there is nothing at all.
Oh, that's a very tough choice. Oh. So, if I don't take the rose, she'll be alive, although in this world, and if I save Olgierd, he'll be alive in the other world, and perhaps somehow he'll be able to come here in this world. Otherwise, if I get the rose, she will not suffer, but she'll be in the void, and again, she'll be feared. And even if I save somehow Olgierd from Master of Mirror or the Devil, he won't be able to and get to her unless he dies. And then there is a chance. And if I make Ogert, if I save Ogert and he dies, but she's in this world before he comes to this world, then that's horrible, because again one of them will be trapped in this world and the other will be far away from him or her. Tough one. But perhaps I should take the rose, so she will go to the void, and eventually the Ataman will go to the void as well. So that's the easiest thing for them. There's the bigger chance for them to be together eventually. So that should be it. Alright.
I need the rose. Will you give it to me?
It's so fragile. Look, the petal edges have turned crimson, as they were on the day I received it. The one thing missing is the single drop of dew which slid down the leaf when I took the rose in hand. Or was it blood? Because I pricked my finger. I can't remember. You know, I never did read the letter from Olgierd. I didn't have to. And I needn't have kept the flower he left me. I've come to a decision. I shall give you the rose.
Our service thus ends. Thank you, stranger, for freeing us.
Before we go, some advice. Beware of the one called the Man of Glass. Stand in his way, and you'll meet a fate worse than death. Seek salvation in glass that can't be broken.
Glass that can't be broken?
So long.
Seek salvation in glass that can't be broken.
I'll remember you, Iris von Everec.
That no longer matters. Farewell.
It matters, Iris. It matters. Glass that cannot be broken. Such a good riddle that you will understand later in the next video or in this one. We shall see. New quest whatsoever a man saw it. Alright, let's continue. Let's continue this. I've made a 3 hours video, so 2 hours is nothing. Thank you all for watching. This is a very, very tough one. That was really difficult. That was the first time I was playing on enemy upscale 1, and this fight was with the Ogierts was really brutal. You should try it yourself. Oh, that was tough.
No
One wrong move and you saw his special attack can just eliminate you. Now it's very again interesting, so
2 points, and be quick about it.
Oh, please, good sir, a bit of courtesy.
So I look up, and Bob's your uncle. He downs half the barrel in one draft.
Geralt! Over here!
Oi, waiter looks. Use the look of a man who knows how to drink.
Thanks. Some other time.
Here now. Don't make me beg. My treats.
creepy.
Show off.
Of course I am. Wouldn't you be? Time's a marvelous plaything.
And a great spice to use in gingerbread.
So, you were listening. Indeed, occasionally I find time manipulation irresistible. Controlling it offers so many appetizing opportunities. Like spiking the soup of unsavory individuals with appropriately ghastly things.
You actually control time, or is this just some conjurer's trick?
What difference does it make?
A big one.
Let us say time has always fascinated me, so I taught myself how best to use it.
Why time of all things?
Geralt, there are 4 dimensions. Length, width, height, and time. What would you have me fall in love with? Width? Come now.
Who are you really?
Gaunter O'Dim, also known...
Not what I'm asking.
Ah, so you'd rather know what it is I do. In brief, I give folk what they ask for. You might say, I simply grant their wishes.
And drop them in a world of hurt.
No, not I. That would be their poorly formulated wishes. I'm no cheat. I give folk what they want, nothing more. That they oft desire unworthy things, that is entirely the fault of their rotten natures.
You're not human, that's clear. So what are you? A demon? A djinn?
Do you really wish to know?
Yes.
No, Geralt. You don't. This one time I shall spare you, and not grant your wish. All who have learned my true name are now either dead, or have met an even worse fate. Yet I still need you.
So, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I wanted to congratulate you. You acquitted yourself splendidly with Olgierd. In fact, you've almost satisfied your debt.
Was supposed to fulfill his 3 wishes. Did just that. This is where you remove the brand, 'cause we're even.
Nearly. To fulfill the terms of the contract to the letter, you must do one more thing. Draw Olgierd to the Temple of Ilvani.
We never discussed that.
Oh, but we did. As a man of the world, you should know that every contract contains a catch or two. Small print, which, nevertheless, changes the ultimate meaning of the pact. This applies to oral contracts as well. Recall that I said, and I quote, I believe, however, that all will end well, and once it does, we 3 shall meet and thank one another for the voyage we shared. End quote.
Yeah, I remember.
Fulfill your end of the bargain, and I will remove the brand. That was the last time you interrupted me while I was talking to someone. What the devil?
Why is there a fly in my soup? I was waiting. Had an eye out for you. Didn't see you come in. How is it you're here?
I'm a witcher. Superhuman quickness, just one of my many qualities.
You tossed this fly in my soup?
No. Now listen carefully. Tell your Ataman to come to the Temple of Lilvani. It's south of here. Entrance is inside a cave.
What's the commotion?
Lilvani's temple, got it?
Aye, got it. Hold that! Your friend, the medic, she were here. Ask that you look in on her.
Thanks.
Did you see? The bloke literally dropped dead.
Yeah.
Blind drunk he was. Maybe he fainted.
Fainted? He's soaked in blood.
Viva Radovid.
First and next.
Alright, let's talk to Shani. This counter team. Man. Get out, get out.
Crawl back under your rock.
Are you gonna be alive?
Shani?
Oh, Geralt. Good thing you're here.
What happened? Somebody break in?
This? No. Just getting ready to move.
What? When? Where to?
Not what I wanted to talk to you about. Or at least not only, but... I'm leaving, Geralt. The Eastern Front beckons. I'm Kedwin bound.
Never mentioned you'd be moving. Any intention to either.
I didn't know I would be. Found out this morning. 2 soldiers came to my door, said Redania needs me again.
Couldn't turn him down? Just say no?
Perhaps I could have. But I didn't want to. Treating the ill and wounded, it's my calling. No place I'm needed more than at the front.
I understand. Any chance we'll see each other again?
Someday, I'm sure.
Yeah, you're very certain.
So, learn anything about Olgierd?
Well, I abandoned the books quickly. Decided that if I was going to learn the truth, I'd need to find someone who knows him.
Find anyone?
Turned out I didn't need to look far. A colleague at the Academy, an assistant to Professor Permathine Shakeslog, claims Olgierd von Everec met with the professor multiple times. Apparently, Olgierd asked the professor to do some research. Professor got so worked up doing it, he went daffy. Started jealously guarding his notes. Wouldn't even let his assistant look at them.
The professor. Where'll I find him?
Here in Oxenfurt. Cloistered inside his house on Academy grounds. Mage hunters guard his door.
Mage hunters at the door. He under house arrest?
I can't say, really. Some of the faculty think him a traitor. Say he sold out to the hunters for a hefty pouch of gold. The assistant, on the other hand, insists the professor wants him there to protect him. I don't know what from.
What's your guess?
He's certainly useful to them. A specialist in black magic and the occult? Must be a trove of knowledge. If he's really gone off his nutter, I wouldn't be surprised to see them using him.
Need to talk to this professor.
We'll go together. Redanian guards all over the Academy. Doubt you'll get in alone.
Guards have never stopped me. You know that.
Wound these, and I'll have to patch them up. Besides, we might run into a friend. Get inside free and easy.
Shakeslog.
So how are things at the Academy these days?
You mean since Radovid shut it down?
I mean, is it well guarded?
Might be all it is. Many of the faculty fled to the far north. The braver ones stayed, but assumed the guises of tailors and laundresses. Why?
Just curious. Scholars seem to have adopted mage tactics. They in the same bind?
To Radovid, there's little difference between the two.
Seems to tolerate you well enough.
Because he needs me. For now.
So the Eastern Front, and then?
Depends where they send me.
Wherever it is, take care of yourself.
Always do. So don't worry.
Be careful, Master of Mirror. Alright.
Halt! By order of King Radovid, no one's allowed inside the academy.
Not even lecturers?
No one means no one.
See, you've become quite the stickler, Norbert. You were much kinder when I was patching you up. By the way, how's your knee?
Fine. Dandy. As if no arrow ever struck it.
Consider yourself a lucky man. Because if I'd not decided to operate, you'd be a cripple to the end of your days.
Bruno, eh? Maybe we ought to let her in. She's a decent lass. Not like to steal nothing.
All right. But alone, which will draw too much attention. I'd rather not get shite from the captain on his account.
Here's what we'll do. I'll go in, then help you sneak in around the back.
How?
Don't know, but I'll figure something out. Usually aren't nearly as many guards on the riverside.
Agreed.
All right, let me in.
Yeah, they didn't hear you. That's... Ooh. Good, we survived from falling. It's wonderful. Drowners.
What now, you piece of filth?
Good, we can make a greater red mutagen. Wonderful.
Geralt! Psst! Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Grab the line!
Where'd you get the rope?
Long story. But we've done well. Professor Shakeslock's house is at the end of this street. Witch hunters guard the door. Doubt I'll be able to sweet-talk them.
Been a huge help already, Shani. Thanks.
It was nothing. Really. You'd have done the same for me. If you wish to see me again before I go, I'll be at home. Packing will take some time yet.
All right. Be seeing you.
Of course, we shall see you. Show me.
Damn, you're ugly.
What the flying fuck is this? What is swirling? Watch out! Come on, over here!
Time to end this. Locked tight. Need another way in. You leave a window open, maybe?
Oh! We almost didn't fall. Oops.
Silver Laman. Don't know the sigil. Hasn't been used in ages, looks like. Shattered mirror. No sign of impact. Probably not an accident. Shattered by a sound, maybe. Lesser key. Someone looking at inscriptions about demons. Dusty as they come.
Alright, the essence of evil is to cause suffering. Yep, there exist many varieties of suffering, from common corporeal pain to the rarefied torment of the psyche to deep wounds dealt to the soul. Whence then does evil arise? Does it appear on its own, or does it only spread when conditions are ripe? And finally, the most important question, how can evil be defeated? Most believe evil has always existed, for none remember a time when it didn't. Yet, is that sufficient proof? I dare to doubt it, for I am a scholar, and the essence of scholarship is to question all hypotheses, until they have been rigorously proven. The appearance of evil is closely tied to the existence of good, its opposite and antithesis. Good without evil is dimensionless and therefore imperceptible. Evil, then, is an integral part of our lives. Evil wears many faces and appears in many different forms. One of them wears a skin of flesh. This evil incarnated as man travels the world, sowing death and suffering. Such evil is devious and difficult to discern. We usually only know its presence when it is already too late. In my scholarly wanderings, through the myths and legends of a great many cultures, I have come across descriptions of a certain individual, which all display a striking similarity. I do not mean in terms of this individual's outer appearance or name, but of his modus operandi. This evil works through trickery, tempting at first with the offer of something seemingly good. The price one must pay for this object of temptation, however, is enormous and non-refundable, and the promised good often contains horrifying hooks and treacherous traps. Beware, then, of any who promise the impossible, for such can only be delivered through the machinations of evil. Yeah, those were the books. Back. Alright. Let's see the professor.
Franco? Is that you? Leave the bedpan in the usual spot. And take the platter. I shan't be eating today.
Professor Shakeslock.
Who the blazes? How'd you get in? Get out. I know nothing. Don't wish to know anything. Understand? No, no, no. Out!
Not gonna hurt you.
That demon sent you. I'm sure of it.
What demon?
Feigned ignorance. Please. You know. Gaunter O'Dim. Evil incarnate.
He didn't send me, but he is why I'm here. I'm a witcher.
A mutant? Yeah. Could be.
Why are there guards outside your door? You a prisoner?
Protective custody. That's the phrase. Protective. When I cannot decide my own fate, cannot breathe without their permission.
What do they want from you?
You may not be aware, but I'm one of the foremost experts on the occult. Living experts, that is. My mentor was the outstanding Professor Lionel Van...
And you're cooperating with the witch hunters now?
Cooperating? As if I had a choice. They're ignorant, but not enough to ignore what I know about magic, witches, sorceresses, what have you. Knowledge they use for barbaric ends, but that's beyond my control.
Came here because I need information. Think you might be the only man who has it.
A witcher. Then it follows I needn't fear. I'm hardly a post-conjunction creature.
What did Olgierd von Everec want from you?
I curse the day I first set eyes upon the man. He appeared at my doorstep one day, offering a sack of gold were I only to find out who Gaunter O'Dim is and how to get rid of him. I agreed. Such matters are my speciality. And I needed the coin. I pored over countless tomes, delved into obscure incidents and analysed folk legends. I went so far as to travel to Nilfgaard, the library there, where at last I hit upon the mysterious entity's trail. There are records of encounters dating back thousands of years in many cultures, under many names, but always as evil incarnate. In this land we call him Gaunter O'Dim, at times Master Mirror, or the Man of Glass. In deciphering the ancient scrawlings I went blind, yet I learned a great deal. For example, that he plays with his victims. He thrives on pacts above all else. Seemingly harmless contracts which drive their parties to madness.
What's with the surroundings? These runes, what do they mean?
They protect me. Here, evil cannot touch me.
How do you know?
He told me himself. Paid me a visit once. Fascinating meeting that was. I was blind already, but saw him clearly. He smiled at me. Said he was honoured I'd taken such an interest in him. He wished to thank me, and explained he'd taken a similar interest in me. He drew the circle and said I'd be safe within it. His way of repaying me, you see.
Ever tried to leave it?
If you'd heard how he said it, you'd be as certain as I am what leaving would bring.
Know anything else about the man?
Gaunter O'Dim is no man. He is evil. Evil which assumes various forms. Forget about him. Or die.
You're alive.
Alive? Yet I live in constant fear, born of what I've learned about him.
The poor guy.
Olgierd signed one of these pacts with him.
Brilliant deduction. But have you guessed why? You must know that he came from a wealthy, influential line. He must have, if the family of his betrothed accepted him. Yet did you know his fortune soured? He himself became an outcast, impoverished. Iris's family, a powerful house, could not accept this, would not marry their daughter to a nobody. Olgierd wished to elope. The further away, the better. Yet Iris refused to cut her family ties.
Quite the predicament.
Indeed. Their luck turned yet darker when a wandering witch mentioned a solution. A man who would grant any wish. His name, Master Mirror. The rest follows naturally. Olgierd and O'Dim, a meeting at a crossroads, a wish, pact signed in blood, and a price to be paid. Olgierd was to sacrifice one he loved. O'Dim delights in difficult choices. He knew Olgierd loved two in this world, his betrothed and his brother, Vladimir. Olgierd chose, and soon thereafter married his beloved Iris, his fortune restored.
Oh no.
So did Olgierd kill his own brother?
No, no. Deduce, Witcher. Odim acts directly or indirectly. Olgierd merely signed the blood letter. The next day, his brother was dead.
Olgierd tell you all that?
He had to. How else was I to diagnose his case?
Make it sound like an illness.
It is worse. Many illnesses are treatable. To play with evil, medicine can be much harder to find.
Why was Olgierd out to get rid of Odim? He'd gotten what he wanted.
Had he? His heart had turned cold as ice. His feelings for his wife, for whom he'd sacrificed his brother, had withered. He'd lost all he'd loved. Had he wanted any of this? No. Odim grants what you wish, not what you want. All who sign a pact learn the difference and die by it.
All? No way to get rid of him?
Kill him, you mean? Kill evil? No. Yet the annals tell of a man who dissolved his pact by defeating Odim at his own game.
Meaning?
Odim wields contracts, word traps, duels of wits. Challenge him to such a duel. He'll agree, and can be beaten. But remember, there is only ever one stake. The sole thing he truly desires. Human souls.
Odim left a mark on my face. Any way to get it off?
A mark? No mention in the tomes. Strange. Unless it will disappear once your pact is fulfilled.
If I challenge him, end the pact that way, will it go away?
That I do not know. The one man who succeeded bore no mark.
Thanks. Helped me a lot.
Good. Very good. Ah, to feel useful after so many years locked up, living in fear. Why, it's pleasance itself.
He left the circle. The poor professor. Thank you. Professor. The circle Odin created terrifies me. I cannot see it, but I know it is here. I know no name for this sense with which I perceive it. When I near its bounds, strange shivers shoot down my spine. This is not pain, but something that stands my hair on edge like a hedgehog's quivers. A month has passed, and still I stay within the runic circle. Nightmares prey on me more and more. I've come to fear sleep. I know not how long I can withstand this. I dreamt I had a daughter. This was strange, for I had never had children, yet one came to me in my sleep. She was no older than 10. She called me Daddy and loved me deeply. I could see it in her eyes. The strangest part of all was that I also burned for her with a great paternal love. Can one possibly dream of someone who doesn't exist? Can one love such a one? I no longer fear asleep. Perhaps Odim has decided to give me peace. I have no desire to change his mind. The dreams of Amelie give me great joy. My daughter is a good and clever girl. I believe she will grow into a wonderful woman. A shame she exists only in my dreams. Not only do I no longer fear sleep, but now I cannot wait for the moment in which it comes. What a fantastic transformation. If nothing changes, I shall soon try to leave the circle. I now know why I dreamt for weeks of the child I never had. It was his doing. This night my daughter died. She caught a strange illness which poked her whole body with hideous oozing sores. She cried, begging me to help. I could do nothing. She died in my arms. I awoke soaked with sweat. I remained a wreck, my mind tattered. 3 months have passed since Emily's death. My heart still bleeds and horrifying visions plague my every moment. I am a blind man who wishes he saw nothing, for utter blindness would be a relief compared to these tormenting visions. I cannot persevere much longer. I have become a deeply unhappy old man. I have now lived within the magic circle for a year. Thoughts of suicide haunt my mind ever more often. It would be so simple. I need but step outside the rooms. We will definitely challenge Counter Odin. This bastard. Quite literally, by the way. I think this is the way out of this. Alright. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the crossroad. Now, a very important decision should be made. Although I always make the same choice. Always. It's like like the case with Tris Marigold. Of course.
You'll choke to death on 3 pounds of steel.
Alright. This expansion is so epic. Just save it. Let me just meditate and replenish everything. Don't need to fight wolves. I hope that you enjoyed all of the story. It's gripping and very interesting. Very. Let's make it more interesting. Although I think the scene will be at midnight, so... Yeah. The moon, of course.
Strange choice of locale. Guessing there's a reason for it.
Wasn't me who chose it.
I assumed so. But since we're here, I believe you have something for me.
Fulfilled the third wish.
How do I know this to be the rose? Very well might have picked this up at the Oxenfurt market an hour ago.
Look closely at it. Got it from Iris. It was the last thing that bound her to this world.
What?
I think she loved you. Meant this as a token of that love.
She loved me. After all that's passed. Iris. What a mess we made of it all. If I'd only known then how it would end. What's happening? I feel as though a hot iron's pierced my chest.
Sorry to have kept you waiting. So glad to see everyone's made. How do you feel, Von Emmerich? A little less troubled? Lighter in the heart?
Odim, what do you want?
What do you mean, what? Your soul.
You forget. The pact states you can take it only once you've fulfilled 3 wishes, and...
And we stand together on the moon. Well, what do you know?
Huh.
What? No. We had a pact. The moon is there. There! Not here.
I gave you what you wished for. Here, on the moon, our contract you fulfilled.
Boss, you cheated me.
I never cheat.
Wait.
Do not interfere, Witcher. Remember what I did to the last fool who interrupted me.
You grant wishes, right? Grant mine and release him.
He must repay his debt.
Let him go, and I'll take it on. We'll call it mine.
You wish to give your soul for his?
No, but we can play for them. I lose, you take mine and Olgierd's. But if I win, you release us both.
What do you propose we play? Gwen?
Don't know. Maybe we can bet on a challenge. You know I'm good at accomplishing the impossible. Seen me do it.
Very well. But we shall do this my way.
Oof. Alright, get out.
What's happening?
You wish to play, so let us play. I shall tell you a riddle. Solve it, and both you and Olgierd will be free.
And if I don't?
Then we'll all 3 go for a wild ride. It's what you proposed, is it not?
The riddle. Let me hear it.
To all things and men I appertain, and yet by some am shunned and disdained. Fondle me and ogle me till you're insane, but no blow can harm me, cause me pain. Children delight in me, Elders take fright, fair maids rejoice and spin. Cry and I weep, yawn and I sleep, smile and I shall grin.
What was that supposed to be?
You tell me, what am I?
You're going down.
We shall see, my friend. You must find me before the sand in the hourglass runs out. Ready? Let's begin.
What is this place?
You like it? Plenty more where it came from.
Alright, the rhythm is really easy. That's a mirror.
Just remember, you must find me before time runs out.
Yeah.
Come on, come closer.
Spectres.
Monsters weren't part of the deal.
My world, my rules.
Cry and I weep, yawn and I sleep, smile and I too shall grin. Something that repeats all I do? Maybe an echo? Echo.
No dice. You can't possibly ogle an echo.
Children delight in me, elders take fright, fair maids rejoice and spin, cry and I weep, yawn and I sleep, smile and I too shall grin. Damn it, what are you?
Don't leave me here! Help me!
Shiny. But of course this is not shiny, but I'll make it.
Shani, hang on, I'm coming.
You see? She willingly, yes.
I can't believe you fell for that.
Yeah. Hopefully we won't fail for that after we die. And while we're alive as well.
Oh, awful. You're doing terribly. Remember, always give up.
How long are you gonna go?
You will never find. Never.
What? There's another one. We shouldn't waste our time. Just go. Just go. So.
Mirror. So this is where you're hiding.
Come now. You didn't expect it to be that easy, did you? Point for me.
Doing that forever.
Care to wager on it?
There was water here once. Maybe there's a way to bring it back.
The glass that cannot be broken.
Gotcha. Be gone. You've lost.
Good game. Good game.
So, any better?
Yeah, thanks. Wine's revived me a bit.
This plonk could revive a corpse. An exquisitely rank vintage. You know what, though? It's good at last to taste something real. So, have at it. Tell me what the blazes just happened. Your brand's gone. Guessing that's a good sign?
First off, you tell me what it's like to have a heart of stone.
It's wonderful at the start. You feel no fear, no angst, but also no concern, no care for anyone, not even those you loved. And gradually, you lose them. Well, you know how it ended.
What about your senses? Taste, smell?
All there. At first, I savoured the world like never before. It was stronger, more clear.
How's that possible?
I did not wish for a heart of stone. That was a mere side effect. I wished to win back Iris's hand and have my fortune restored. And then to live like there was no tomorrow. And thus I lived until I ceased to feel anything at all. What a joy to be done with it. Because I am done, right? Will you tell me what happened?
O'Dim decided to have some fun at my expense. Devised a game I was supposed to lose. Seems he'd forgotten the training you put me through. In doing the undoable.
So only to protect myself. In doing so, I put you in harm's way. Forgive me.
Well, don't have to worry about him anymore. You're safe and free.
I thank you. Though I've no notion what to do with this freedom now. Mirror took everything. Everything I loved. All I held dear.
Not true. Got your heart back.
A bitter victory. Now at last I sense how much I've lost. I've a heart again. Yet all it feels is grief, sadness, and defeat. My life is a ruin.
You've handled tougher situations. You'll figure this one out. Got a company of faithful comrades waiting. Got a home, your fortune.
No. I cannot live as I did before.
So what'll you do?
I don't know. But one thing's clear. It's time I took fate into my own hands. Lived life anew. And truly, this time.
Sounds like a plan.
I'll never forget what you did for me, Witcher. I have something for you.
Can't accept this.
You can, and must. This sabre's been in my family for generations. Even when I'd lost all else, it remained at my side. Means a great deal to me.
All the more reason why I can't take it.
Do me the honor. This'll mark the start of my new life. And such a weapon could be right useful to you.
Thank you.
Ow!
Sorry.
You needn't be. I thank you again, Geralt. And good luck on the path.
Good luck to you too.
Good luck. Go on, Eric. So that is, ladies and gentlemen, we finished the expansion, the main story. In the next videos we will make the question marks, and there is one side quest with the herbalist, and prepare for the next expansion as well. Is there's a lot to be explored here? Alright. Augured Saber Iris. Weapon charges with energy during combat. When its cover charges turret, a strong attack will release this energy in an extra powerful strike at the cost of part of the attacker's vitality. That's interesting. I have never used Iris, by the way. It's resocketed, which is interesting, and we can make it rune ward. Yeah, although this one is much better, of course. The Ursin steel sword. Alright, thank you all for watching. I'll see you soon in the next video.